Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne, and thank you for stopping in, new and returning viewers. I love and appreciate you all, and thank you for watching my Sun Sign Love series. So basically for the newcomers, I definitely like to choose two sun signs, and then I talk about their compatibility and their connection. And this is a love of all different levels. It doesn't have to be specifically a one-on-one relationship. It could certainly be with great friends and family members and animals and all the things that I express, because there's so much to love and in so many ways. And never forgetting self-love in regards to all of the love that you have. And so today we're on Capricorn. And then I did have a request specifically to read for Capricorn Aries combination, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So just know, feel free at any time to leave a comment on a specific connection. There's very many of them, eventually we run through them all, but there's a lot, and there's only so many days in the month. So I'm trying to do it as streamlined as I can and as random in some ways as I can, but feel free to ask, and I will be more than happy to accommodate you. So let's get started. And then I will, of course, finish with the Tarot and Oracle messages that are coming through for you for today, which is July 22nd. We have now entered into Leo season. Wow, that's a fiery, beautiful, bright, sunny energy for you. This is incredibly helpful for all relationships. So I will be reading under 4 categories about that and how it's affecting you specifically in your relationships. And we'll start with Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, and Capricorn is a cardinal sign. And cardinal absolutely represents initiation and beginnings and starting things. And that's exactly what Capricorns love, and that's exactly what they do. They dedicate their life to that. They are ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is notoriously known for restriction, for discipline, for structure. Right now we have Saturn is in retrograde in Capricorn. And we have the outer planets now, as opposed to 6 or so planets that have been retrograde during retrograde season in the past 6 weeks plus. The outer planets are still retrograde. They're retrograde in Capricorn, Saturn in particular. That's very, very complementary to Capricorn, right? Because it's their sign. And this is the year that Jupiter entered into Capricorn. So even though it doesn't seem like it in a lot of ways because of what the world is experiencing, Capricorn is shining special, beautiful energy. Jupiter is in your sign for the first time in 12 years. And Jupiter is all about expansion. It's all about magic. It's luck. It's opportunity. Even in the most difficult and challenging times, I feel like you are definitely pulling through this time. You're staying strong, which is exactly what you're about. Your main word for you, I think, would be steadfastness and your determination. And so you have that beautiful energy, and it'll be happening through the end of December. So with the new energies that were created with the 3 eclipses, the last one being in Capricorn, there's so much of your energy that's so strong, and it's about perseverance, and it's about permanence, in the ways that we want it to be. And that's been brought to us very strongly as a collective, but specifically for you, Capricorn. And in your relationships, you have opportunities that won't come around, although anything that occurs this year can happen for 12 years and onward. So that's the positive, beautiful news for you. Now, being a Capricorn, you're very, very interested in success, in money, in security, and what that can provide for you. And like the symbol of Capricorn, which is the goat, you are sure-footed, and you are, like I said, determined. And if you notice in stories and history, those goats can climb the highest mountains, and they can kick their way through obstacles and get to the other side because nothing stops them. They may be a little slower in getting there, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen, okay? And in fact, they utilize time extremely well, which is really what the planet of Saturn represents, Father Time. So there's this innate ability in Capricorns to have that patience and the tenacity and kind of a shrewd way of, making things happen, subtly. It's not like they're outwardly shrewd, but what I'm trying to say is that they understand the meaning of time. So they're very, very good about planning and thinking ahead and taking in information from people that have already been successful and utilizing that to better themselves and to learn and to excel in their drive. And trust me, they are incredibly good at whatever they do. And they have this kind of a loner, kind of remote feel to them a lot of times. And really, it's just about this self-sufficiency. They just want to achieve, and they want that security, like I said. And they definitely love the idea of love and what it can mean. And they want to be appreciated. They want to be cared about, but they're not going to outwardly let you know that. They tend to hide those emotions. They are a feminine duality. So, we each have the feminine and masculine in all of us, and they have that feminine side. So there's more compassion, and they can be outwardly showing that to you. But when you know them and you become friends with them, there's this incredible loyalty that I believe is just straight across the board, very strong with all Capricorns, of course, all earth signs. There's that long-lasting, let's work through anything, let's never give up, basically, and let's hang in there and fight for what we want and see it to the end, and that's a beautiful, beautiful trait. Really good friends. They will be there for you. And like I said, they do like to be in charge. They do like to lead. They do like to be recognized and get that notoriety and be seen for what they're doing and their accomplishments. But yeah, it's really about them preserving and very, very careful and very conscious of money and how it's spent, which of course relates to masses of wealth that they can accomplish in their lifetimes. But they are definitely reliable, definitely, they can be really fun. They can be really happy. They can be joyful and have a funny sense of humor, which you wouldn't necessarily see on first sight. Like I said, they're more reserved and more like that down-to-earth quality about them. Good people, boy. Somebody you want to hang around with and know you can learn from, because they're okay and very happy to teach. And yet, you just feel this calming kind of caring and long-lasting friendship or connection with them. And then you have the Aries. So, boy, I like to call this the dynamic duo, I guess, and for two completely different ways and reasons. So the Aries is the number one sign in the zodiac, right? So that says something right there. They are also cardinals, so you have that connection, that compatibility. Also, the movers, the shakers, the initiators. The cardinal sign also means they start the seasons. So you have Capricorn that starts the winter season. You have Aries that starts the spring season. And that's once again initiating, beginning, inventing, starting, being leaders, being the people to create and to innovate. And Aries is just about energy, and they're fire, and they're run and ruled by the planet Mars, which is absolutely about aggression and masculinity and let's see it being done, let's get it done. Impulsivity is very strong with Aries. They like to do things quickly, and if it doesn't happen in the time frame they want, they're off to a new thing. And a lot of times, because of that, people like the Capricorn, who's slower and more steady and studies more and perhaps more, is going to actually maybe succeed before the Aries, who was more interested in getting it done quicker. But make no mistake, Aries are extremely successful in what they go after, and they have great optimism. They believe they can do anything they achieve, and they like to be in charge. They absolutely do. So here we have this kind of a dynamic between the two of them. And what I want to say about that, before I think of anything else, is it absolutely can work, specifically in a relationship where you're working together. Because yes, you'll may butt heads on ideas and so forth, but the patience that the Capricorn has helps the Aries to truly appreciate and recognize and grow and learn from it. And then the fiery energy that, I mean, Capricorn definitely has energy, but they just, this exuberance and this self-confidence that they always seem to emit, you know, and just are born with, basically. Once again, the first sign of the zodiac, so that's all they know. It's that newness and the beginning and the top and the first and the I am, and that's what it's about. But that's very, very attractive to the Capricorn that may be taking a little too long. They can find that balance, you know? Yes, they both want to be in charge, but let's say that you talk together and you describe together and you discuss, well, I'll take over this portion of it. I'll take over the financial part because I know how to handle money. Aries can go through money like that. They make good money, but it's usually spent as quickly because they're extravagant and they're generous and they care a great deal about the people they love, and they're going to spend money on them to show that. So that balance, like I said, you've got this beautiful complementary and just kind of temperance that can happen between the two of you should you decide to do that. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you work towards, right? Like any relationship. You accept the differences, you accept the commonalities, and there's fun, there's genuine love, there's deep passion, there's, like I said, determination and goal setting where both of you want to be the best. You're not willing to take the back seat. So, and that definitely has to do with your relationships. You're going to work at it. And you know, and the other thing, regardless of all that I speak about, although it does show up in astrology as well, and it's amazing. I mean, anything you want to know, the many layers of each personality, each person, yourself. This is the sun signs, like I said, and it's strictly that 1/12 of your personalities. So that's the first thing you're going to notice when you're meeting with the sun sign, because it's about our sun, it's about our energy, it's about our personality, our egos, and how we want to present and how we believe that we can accomplish things, what we like, what we don't like. Those are very relative to relationships, but there's so much more that's obviously attracting you, and I don't want to digress too much because I want to get back to the point that regardless of what astrology can reveal, and it can, like unlimited information just continue as I continue to grow myself after years of studying the compatibility and such, is the chemistry. You can never make up for that chemistry. So a lot of times with this couple or any connection I ever mention, it's just that feeling, you know, you just know it, you just feel it. And that's what you're basing it on from the get-go. That's what you're giving your faith into. That's what you're determined. And both of these signs are incredibly determined. And it can be incredibly beautiful and prosperous and materialistically, I'll try that again, materialistically beneficial for the two of you. So great potential. Now let's talk about the energies that are occurring, like I said, today, and then onward for the remainder of the month, which is what, another 10, 11 days, and it could go even further. But it'll be under 4 categories I'll describe. And I will be doing this every month, so feel free to please come back if you like it. Do subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And it helps me to evolve, and I'm not going anywhere. I want to do this solely at one point. But I still am a massage therapist, and I'm still waiting to go back to work, and you know, all the variables that are coming around, but things are changing. We had the new moon in Cancer, and that just happened on the 20th. So we're on the 22nd, and honestly, if there's been any delays or any information or any communication struggles between the two of you or any of your love connections, trust me, that's changing. You have the beautiful emphasis of the Cancer new moon that occurred, and of course the new moon eclipse last month as well. So With Mercury retrograde going forward and having been going forward over a week now, that's going to clear a lot of things up. And if you've been persistent, and I know the two of you have, regardless of the disagreements, have faith, because it's all changing. And by the way, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Aries does have your ruling planet Mars in your sign for 6 months. So boy, is there energy happening. And may I add, that's extremely helpful in the bedroom department and the sexuality that could be occurring that has been latent and not happening. It's going to bring all sorts of beautiful opportunities there. And it doesn't have to be that. It can just be your incredible desire to move forward and continue on as things open up in our world, and feeling stronger and just having that energy that we need, and the support of each other, which is so important. And so it's happening. I'm hearing it from my clients. I'm hearing it from my viewers, and you're included in that. So do appreciate that. Do embrace it. And let me know, okay? Because it's happening, but it happens obviously for many reasons, but in different times for different people. Forgive me, I don't have my glasses on. But I'll explain these cards as they come up in the categories and what influences they are having. And you can utilize them as you will. You always have free will, you know. This is not dictating your every move, but it's allowing you to understand and hopefully uplift you and give some more clarity as to what you're feeling and why you may have been feeling this. Things are full speed ahead, basically. Although we have till, I would say, now that the new moon started and now we're in Leo season, that's incredibly great energy for Aries, which is incredibly great for the relationship. But it's good for everybody. It's about, you know, being out there, being more connected and friendly and intertangling with your groups now and your customers and things, like I said, opening and starting up. So this is beautiful, beautiful stuff. I've been feeling it. I've recognized it. I have some changes happening. I'm still waiting on stuff, but I've gotten information in the last week. It's just miraculous how the astrology really does actually make sense. And it just, as you go into it and delve into it, it's just a beautiful guidance for us all. You know, the stars and planets absolutely affect us. You figure the moon affects the tides, right? Every planet has its powerful energies, and we can utilize them and take advantage of that energy as it comes to us. So, as I go along, and I love this so much for you. So what I'd like to do, which I forgot, is I want to do the foundation. And basically that's what's been happening to this point in this reading. And it's like the catalyst, if you will, up to this point. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Knight. The Knight is always, now the pages are the youthful energies, they're the new information, something maybe just starting, or you're around somebody that's youthful or energetic. Like both of you absolutely have the tendency to be, it doesn't matter what age you are, you have this energy that's continuous and, you know, that motivation that's very attractive, and it keeps you young. Because you're busy and you're wanting to stay busy. And I've been told, you know, as I'm aging, that one of the best things I can do is keep active. If not physically, which I try to do, of course, mentally, always trying to keep yourself interested in some form in your garden or whatever it may be, which is a huge thing for Capricorns. They love nature, and I think a lot of them are very naturally gifted when it comes to building gardens and earth and, you know, just nature in general. But the Knight of Pentacles is the information about money. So both of you care a great deal about that, and the Capricorn influences that are huge is about building that and keeping it secure, because that's super important to both of you. But the Capricorn in particular is going to notice how finances are going to improve, have been improving, and will continue to improve with that Jupiter influence that you have. It's a major, beautiful blessing, and you deserve it. Like I said, it only happens every 12 years in your sign, and that's what's happening for you. So if you haven't heard about it, you'll definitely be getting more information. So even more wealth is being brought to you, and not quickly. Like I said, anything having to do with the earth can be a slower process, but it happens, it's more permanent and it's long lasting. And it could be the rest of your life, which is absolutely beautiful for the two of you to build upon. And so then we go into the categories. The first category is the overall energy, major energy, I should say, for today and the remainder. And you have the the Eight of Pentacles. Well, let me just start by saying we're in the Pentacle aspect again. And that's your foundation. That is your money. That is your abundance. That is your prosperity. That is unlimited possibilities of money and the growth of it. 8 is a power number that shows so much success and so much manifestation of abundance. It's absolutely, unequivocally proven time and time again, and that's what's showing for you. So, I mean, I can only speak of what I'm saying, but these cards are completely confirming what I've mentioned. And it's a beautiful energy. And by the way, we're entering into the 8th month, which is going to be even more phenomenal, and wait and see. And the two of you are building together, and you have ideas, and you have perhaps a new home in mind. Maybe you're going to move. But there's just this beautiful growth and security. That's so, it's been worked for though. It didn't come easy. And now you're going to be seeing the fruits of your labor together. Maybe a new job, maybe a promotion. You know, the Pentacles are the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So maybe somebody having to do with in those, you know, those signs or those characteristics that I explained earlier about earth signs. But the determination, the willingness to go that extra mile and to build and to amass this incredible fortune and, you know, materially prosperous life. Beautiful, beautiful card. And then the next category is under the category of possible blessings or obstacles. Now you have the Death card. That is the major arcana. And you know, for so long, people like the Death card. We've all been going through this incredible transformation. And the two of you have as well. And to what degree, I don't know. Because it affects us all very similarly, but all very differently as well. So, but it's change. It's transformation. It's letting go of the dead, not figuratively, but, you know, literally the things that absolutely have burdened us and held us back. It's changing your perception. It's changing your ideas. It's moving to the better things. And that's a constant in life anyway. You know, it's life, birth, life, death, and then continually regenerating and renewing and transforming. And even if it's a thought process that's changed for the two of you, it's a positive, beautiful thing. When I see this, you see that this is not somebody, well, this is a little different. But it's really, the horse is there. Yeah, the horse, usually it's a skeleton on a horse with a rider-waite deck. But it's showing that, yes, through everything, I'm still alive, I'm still here, and I will continue to move, and I will change this in order to get that, because sometimes we do let go to be able to receive. But it's beautiful, and the only possible obstacle is preventing or trying to hold on to something that isn't right. You know, hold on to that job that you know isn't going to necessarily come back the way you need it to right now. But believing with everything you are, that you are being guided, you are loved, you have the strength of the two of you, and whatever was not working is now going to be eliminated, and you're going to add the things that do work. So that's a beautiful, optimistic way to look at what the circumstances are and how we have to experience that in life to better ourselves. Now, in the next category, you have the category of love. And this is interesting because this is the Hangman, also a major arcana. This represents the sign of Pisces, you know, and the spiritual aspect of Pisces, which is ever present, and the illumination of just this divine intuitive guidance that you're getting right now with the two of you, the decisions that you've come through together, that belief and just kind of releasing any doubt, the determination and the new thought or perception is absolutely also a part of what this represents, hanging upside down so that you can see a different perception, a different way of, viewing something, changing and having a death to the one thought so that you could create a better situation, and allowing that. And this is a very calm kind of, I need to let go. I need to release anything that's going to not keep me uplifted in my love, in my faith, in my trust. And like I said, there's a lot of beautiful spiritual and co-creational guidance with you in your relationship. So whatever you've gone through, maybe you're at a distance, maybe you had to wait, maybe you can't see each other right now. That's changing. There's a death to that now, and that will change, and you will continue to see more of each other, and it'll grow into better, stronger, healthy, loving connections. I like that. I haven't actually gotten that. There's so many repeats, like this next one. The next card is under the category of finances, which, like I said, is super important, but it's looking like things are great. And I can verify that by saying the major arcana justice. You have 3 major arcanas. This is hugely powerful. And justice, yeah. Let me double check, because sometimes it is justice. Justice is exactly what it says. You are receiving justice financially at long last. Justice represents Libra. Libra is about balance in your money, about fairness, about equilibrium, about getting what you deserve, finding out, hearing, receiving. There's been this waiting period and kind of hanging and thinking, okay, I've got to let go, I've got to believe, I've got to trust. I've got my love, I've got my partnership, my connection, we're holding strong, and we know what we deserve, we know that it is coming through, and this is verifying that for you in a very strong and beautiful way. There's incredibly beautiful, transformational, like I said, but powerful recognition of really strong foundation and financial security, help, from institutions, perhaps, loans, whatever that is, it's coming through. You're getting the answer, and if it has to do with court, any kind of a law case, you're going to get a yes answer when justice is upright. Justice is served, and I'm really, really grateful to bring that information and that message to you. So fantastic. Now we go on to the category of the beautiful oracle deck I love, which is called Relax deck. And it's just that. It's just taking this information kind of as a mantra, taking time for yourself always. Yes, it's beautiful to be together, but allow yourself that time to reflect and to just let go and focus on beautiful, just peaceful kind of present energy. What's beautiful, what are you being given and shown and feeling grateful for at this very moment. And I know you'll come up with a lot of things, but this is interesting. I don't remember pulling this. Let me read to you what it says. The seasons. As the law of nature reign over all living things, we should realize that our lives too have a natural pattern. If you are having difficulty getting the desired result out of a particular situation, it may be that you are trying to force the issue. Well, Aries does that. I have an Aries moon. We do. We want it to happen, man. We want that power. We want to bring that fiery energy and force to it because we're manifestors. We believe. We start things, right? Both the Capricorn and Aries. It's just saying, you're trying to get the results of that particular situation. It may be you're trying to force the issue. Meditate on this ancient Egyptian symbols. Oh, that's what they are, of the seasons. I'll put it a little closer for you if you want to take a picture. Have the courage to let go and trust in nature's natural flow. For what is rightly yours will come to you. Nothing happens before its designated time. And I'm not just saying it, I mean, I'm absolutely experiencing this myself. And I've finally gotten some information, and it's that much closer. Not here yet, but it's all about their timing of the universal law of attraction and what needs to happen. And when things don't take or don't happen in the time that we'd like, many times I found out that later on why it was perfect to happen when it did. You know, we're not seeing the whole picture a lot of times, right? There's just this incredible multi-layered universe that we experience, that the mysterious part, you know, the mysteries are very much a part of it. So I love that. I think it's beautiful, and it's just words to kind of take in and marinate. And then you have the wisdom of the hidden realms. It's the sun dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. So abundance is coming through. If it hasn't already, and I feel like you've already been pretty secure, because that's what Capricorns make happen, and definitely Aries can as well. So I feel like you've been pretty good about this, but I'm just saying there's more coming. There's more to this story, and it looks really beautiful. And then 32 is 5 in numerology, and that's definitely about change, working through those challenges. You know, transformation, death, beginnings, endings, you know, the eclipses bring that in. They take things out immediately. They bring things in. We've experienced all of that. We've had a lot to go through. A lot of spiritual growth. And I'm going to read to you what it says. And it says, I've read this a few times. This comes up quite a bit too, which tells me a lot. But if your ally, as the ally, the sun dancers celebrate you now and remind you of the laws of success and praise. Anything you place your attention on will manifest an experience. So the laws are always perfect. Expect the best and praise it in advance. This unleashes the magic of mystical, magical energy and drawing circumstances to you to create the reality you envision. I love that. I love that beautiful invitation to praise it in advance. It's already happened, and so it is, right? Give thanks in advance for the grace and goodwill of the divine. Be willing to dance the victory dance as your greatest dreams are realized. And watch how easily things begin to fall into place. Stay positive and leave the timing up to the divine. All things are possible now. Dance the joy of being and celebrate your life in abundance today, like it's your last, right? I mean, God forbid. I know that's not the case, right? But do it together. Build on that and thrive on that wonderful connection you have. And last but not least, you have the healing with the angels, and you have freedom. And I mean, that can mean anything to you, but I just feel like it's just going to lift these burdens up. And this is a new time. It's a new energy coming through. It's a new season. It's fiery. It's passionate. Absolutely beautiful, right? I hope that makes sense and that you will let me know. And like I said, I have great energy and feelings coming from this reading. And it's understandable why. You're the only one I think I've read that had the 3 major arcana, and it's all about change and patience, and then justice. That's fantastic. You're fantastic. Thank you for being together, for taking that plunge into love, which is, it's not an easy thing, but it feels so beautiful, you know, in so many ways, and I'm grateful to you for that. Once again, if you do like this, I appreciate it, and take wonderful care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the month, and I'll be back for you in August, maybe before, because I'm going to randomly do the rest of the month after I finish with Pisces, and might be more information. So until then, take great care. Thanks again. Bye for now.